A new art installation at the St. Catharines United Mennonite Church pays tribute to the women who led their families out of Russia along the road to freedom.
We're very pleased to be able to bring it into this area because this area has so many people that share this experience. This particular congregation, this church here, where I've been attending this now a year and a half. When the women came in here the other day, I mean, they recognize people in the pictures. So the story is their story, and so I had that hunch that would be what it would be, but certainly is. It's going to be great to have it here, and it's not only for Mennonite people. Like, there's so much in this exhibit that is universal in terms of loss during war, courage, refugees. I mean, the world has refugees more now than we had after World War II.
After seeing the art on display in Kitchener, Associate Pastor Klaassen began the process of bringing Along the Road to Freedom to St. Catharines.
And what this exhibit particularly does is portrays the leadership and the courage, the faith of women who brought their families literally out of very dire circumstances, war-torn and oftentimes through a fair amount of violence that they experienced. And so that's a big part of recognizing that role that women have had.
Vic Neufeld of Niagara-on-the-Lake explains what the painting of his grandmother means to his family.
It means a lot because thinking back to what my grandmother had to go through, and because of her strong faith, we just want to think this is a thank you to honor God for bringing my family, my ancestors, like my dad and his brothers and sisters and my grandmother, to Canada. We escaped, we had some real hard times. They had some real hard times there, but they escaped the worst, which was after they left, was even worse yet.
Neufeld's grandmother, Maria, arrived in Canada alone after her husband was murdered days before they left for their new home. Similar stories of heartbreak and perseverance are captured throughout the paintings on display.
I would hope that even some of our children in that generation will get a better picture of what people had to go through to come to this land of freedom, to come here and enjoy Canada and the freedoms that we have here and the life that we have here.
The church is hoping that these stories from the past will help promote a larger discussion about the present.
And in that sense, I hope it makes young people more curious about their background, but not only about their background, but about the wider issue of refugees today. And again, particularly we hear about things in Africa and the Middle East, war-torn areas, people fleeing their homes, millions of refugees. And what that's doing is creating a sense of, boy, those are terrible circumstances. We have it so good here. How can we help those who need help like our family did 2 or 3 generations earlier?
Along the Road to Freedom will remain on display at the St. Catharines United Mennonite Church until March 8th. In Niagara, you're watching The Source.